Hey there, it's Mollee Johnson with Style 1519. This is Wednesday night, and it's the Functional Family Friendly Design Group. So here I am, sitting on my front porch, ready to give you guys some awesome fall porch inspiration. So today we had like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and I was thinking, like, I better cancel this live because I'm gonna get blown away. But thankfully it calmed down a little bit, and it's actually a really nice fall evening. So whether you are here live or you are watching this on the replay, thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you leave here with some great inspiration to go do your own front porch. So a couple things. First of all, I've already done some of my urns, so I'm going to show you guys those. I did those when I ripped out all my summer stuff. I get like really antsy to get rid of all the summer stuff. Do you guys ever do that? You feel like the weather gets crisp and I'm ready to get rid of the summer stuff. So I got my fall urns done, so I will show you those. Remember that I am not HGTV. I'm a one-man band here, so the camera work is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to move the camera around a couple times. Sometimes I might be out of the camera, but I am going to try to show you what I'm doing. And then at the end, I'll kind of get you a little bit closer to everything so you can really kind of see the finished product. So how many of you have a porch or you decorate your porch for fall? We sit on our porch really all year round. I'm on a cul-de-sac here, and it's really kind of calm and covered. So my husband and I sit out here all the time. My kids like being out here. So it's not a huge porch, but we do pretty much keep our chairs on it all year long. So the decor just kind of rotates around it. So I really enjoy decorating for fall on my porch. I know it is kind of stressful for people. So I don't want you to be stressed about it, which is why you're here, right? So don't be stressed. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you to do is you got to gather your things. And I'm going to show you my stack here behind the camera of all the things that I have to put on the porch. Okay, so I've been shopping. I mean, I knew this live was coming, right? So I've been shopping and out looking and getting things, and also gathering from around the house of all the things I knew I was going to want to put on the porch. So don't go in with no ideas, because then you'll just be frustrated, right? So have kind of an idea of what you're looking to do. Things like this are great inspiration because we all have different porches, but it's great to modify it then to work for your porch. And fall is an amazing time because things are meant to be outside, right? All the pumpkins and the gourds and things like that. So let's start here with this urn that I do. So this year, I decided the squirrels were not going to beat me. So I went in my urns, I went with fake pumpkins, which you really can't tell, and it makes me less stressed because the squirrels don't eat all my pumpkins. So if you want to do that, go ahead and go with fake pumpkins. They will last you longer. And I'm okay. They get weathered, and then, you know, I can get rid of them. They're inexpensive in tons of places. So here's the first tip I'm going to give you. Texture. Okay, so we want layers and texture, and pretty much layers kind of create texture for you. So you want to think about layering. So on this urn, I layered a grapevine wreath, and I laid it flat around the top of this urn, and then I kind of stuffed everything inside it. That way everything kind of holds together. I'm a huge fan of birch. I use my birch. I have a birch tree in the back, but I use my birch all year round in all my urns pretty much because I love it. So texture. Okay, so that's your first one, is thinking how can you add texture. So I added texture with, like, I have some little beads over here you can see. Bring those closer to you. Okay, so I threw some of those in because we all need some bling in our life, right? I've got the pumpkins going on. I've got, like, as you get closer, when you come up to my house, right, I've got some burlappy leaf texture things. I've got a grapevine ball that I put in there. Okay, so it creates lots of texture. The second thing I'm going to tell you is height. Okay, so you can see I'm creating height with some of my birch leaves. And we're going to kind of continue those tips through the porch, because you're going to want texture, you're going to want height. Okay, so that's how, you know, when you look at those inspiration photos on Pinterest, or you know, you see these beautiful porches, really start to look at them, because they are texture, they are height, they are different colors. Okay, so you can do that. You can bring them all together. It's just really thinking through the pieces, and usually less is more. But sometimes, you know, adding in and stepping back is going to help you kind of figure out, is it too much or should I add more? So this is one of my urns. I have 2 urns like that, and I do one up here, and then I do one down below, and I'll show you that one too. Sam, you have a front patio and a front porch on a cul-de-sac. Yeah, I mean, cul-de-sacs, like, we knew when we bought here we kind of wanted a cul-de-sac, and it has been great. My kids don't ride their bikes as much because they're a little older, but it has been great, and we do find that it's quiet. It's nice and quiet to sit out here. So especially if you're able to sit outside is even more reason to decorate your porch, because you want to feel at home there and comfortable. So the rest of you that are watching, or if you're watching this on the replay, you know, do you decorate your porch? Have you ever done that? Do you do it every year? Or is this the first for you? I would love to hear that. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to try to, and I'm going to show you all of the elements that I brought together that I'm going to end up putting onto the porch. So we're going to start there. So I'm going to try to flip you around here, and you can see I got a ton of elements here. I know you guys see that buffalo check. Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff going on, and we're going to start up here in this very empty corner. So my door is red, which works really well in the fall, and I already put my wreath up. So that was a wreath I made actually on a live. I think we did a making with Molly, if you guys remember that. This was the burlap wreath that I made, which I think was spring when we did that. And I took all the spring stuff off of it. I put the buffalo check on. Let me show you that a little closer. So this is my fall wreath. I put the buffalo check on and the sunflower and the seed pods, and it's my fall wreath. So, which is a great tip to use your wreath more than one season. If you have one of those grapevine wreaths, you can go back and watch that live too when I made them. Super easy to make. Buffalo plaid. I know. You know what? It's definitely my theme this year because I love it so much. So. And you know what? I've loved it for a couple years, but now it's out and it's in the stores, and it's, yes, buffalo check. It's everywhere right now. So I really have to try to like dial it in and not go overboard, but I do love it. So it's going on the porch. You know that, right? Okay. So we're going to start with this empty chair. This chair doesn't live here. It lives on the other side of the porch, but you'll see that when we get there. So that chair is not there all the time. Okay. So let me try to tilt this. Okay, so can we see that? Okay, so now let's add stuff onto the porch. Okay, so type your questions if you have them. I'm going to kind of be running in and off camera here. Okay, so we're going to grab our elements. Okay, so that's like a little farmhouse looking stool that I actually had. I've used it for lots of things, but again, I really want height. Your doorway is tall, right? So you don't want to just put everything on the porch. That's when you're going to get this feeling of, like, why doesn't it feel finished? Or I see a lot of posts, people say like, what else do I need? Because you went out and bought some pumpkins and a mum and set it on the porch, right? So the tip is you got to get some elements of height in there, and that creates visual interest. Okay. So this is my stool. I'm okay with it being outside. It is a covered porch, so it may get a little weathered, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so I'm going to start there. Then all right, so I got a mom. Put that way. Okay, so I couldn't find a pot I loved for that mom. So in a minute, I'm going to show you how I'm going to dress it up. I'll probably end up putting like a plant saucer underneath it, just because it does have holes on the bottom. But anyway, I can do that later. Okay, so there's some height. That's where I'm starting. You can see the wind. Maybe you can't see, but the wind is definitely picking up again. Okay, then I love lanterns, and lanterns are great for visual interest. You can fill them with anything. We did a lantern live too, making with Mollee, if you saw that on the page. We did like succulents and stuff. So now I'm going to fill them with pumpkins. Okay, so I have this really cool lantern. I put a pumpkin on the inside. You can see the pumpkin in there. Okay, so I'm going to set that there. Okay, then I'm going to go grab some other lanterns. Okay, so here's another lantern that I filled. Lanterns don't always have to have just lights in them or candles. So this one's got a birch log and a birch candle holder actually, and a pumpkin. So maybe we'll put that over here and over here. Okay, so we're getting there, right? Okay, that's how are we doing? Can we see that? Okay. All right, so we've got some height. I think figuring out what other elements I want in there. I think I'm going to add. Oh, let's put our mat down and see how we feel about it. Okay, so I got there. It is, Sam. My buffalo check mat here. Let's move this here. Okay, now this is like everybody, you guys have seen this. This is all the rage, layering. Okay, so there we've got height, we've got texture, and we get that texture by layering, which is why this has become really popular. So I've got the one mat down, and then I have another one that I'm going to put on top of it. Oops, upside down. There we go. So just gotta take it. Okay, so that's layering. So you can see that gives definitely the front porch some more depth to it. Okay, so let me move out of the way here. So we've got this going on. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put my lanterns closer together and bring up some pumpkins. You love the lanterns. Where did I get them? Where did I get them? I think I got them at home. I don't know if you guys have that store on the, what are you, on the East Coast? It's called At Home. It's kind of like, what kind of a store is it? It's not really a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's, but it has like bar stools and home accessories and lamps and picture frames, and it's like in a big warehouse space. So if you have one of those, I think they have a website though, but really I buy lanterns a lot because I put them outside and they weather. So when you buy something you know you're going to put outside, especially I live in a climate that it gets really hot and sunny and then it gets really cold. So I don't expect things to last, more than one season here. If I do, I'm lucky, but that's okay, and that's why it's nice to sometimes not spend as much on things that are going to go outside knowing you're going to replace them. Okay, so I'm going to cluster my lanterns. Okay, so I think I like that a little better. Okay, so then I want to bring in some color. So I'm going to get my big pumpkin here and bring my one pumpkin up here. So I have kind of a big open space here. It's probably 5 feet at least. So it is a lot to fill. Are they a part of Home Depot? Are they really? I didn't know that. Thanks, I learned something new today. So I have kind of a lot of area to cover. You don't if you're more minimal, you don't have to cover it all. Here's my next tip for you is when you accessorize, you want to do it in odd numbers. Okay, so like I've got a grouping of 3 here. I kind of keep adding, but I've got a single, really kind of want to balance in that magical accessorizing triangle of 3s or 5s. Okay, so I got some white pumpkins. I love the white pumpkins. They go so well with a buffalo check. But I didn't just want all black and white. I really do love color. So, it's great to bring in the orange. I like it with my brick and my red door. So it kind of all works together. Okay. So I think we'll do some of that. Okay. I think we'll start there. Now let me show you what I'm going to do to the mom. So I have my ribbon. Let me grab my scissors. Okay, so this is because I couldn't really find a pot I loved on, quick shopping trip. So I just thought I would tie in the mat, the wreath, and the vase I've got on the other side with a ribbon. So I'm going to do that quick. And it doesn't have to be crazy bow situation. Like, just I knot it and tie it. That's all you have to do. And it's a nice wide ribbon. That's it. Cut on an angle. Always cut your bows on an angle. I hope you guys can hear me with the wind out here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that. Okay, and when you're buying, come back down here. When you're buying ribbon to tie on, you need to straighten that out a little bit. You may want to make sure you get wired ribbon. So if you're not familiar with wired ribbon, there's wire on either side of the ribbon here, and it gives you the ability to be able to shape it kind of any way you want and make it look nice. If you don't use wired ribbon, you're going to really struggle with the bow. So I would say if you're just starting making bows, make sure you buy ones with wired ribbon. Okay, so I love the buffalo check there. I love tying that together. Let's shoot over to the other side of the porch and then kind of come back and see what other finishing touches we want to add. So I'm going to move the camera here. Everybody hang on. Okay, so we're going to move you up here. Okay, so this is the other side of the porch. So this is where the chairs usually live and look out over the front, what's that called? Planters, front area, I don't know. Okay, so I'm a huge fan of color and rugs outside. Again, knowing that it's probably not going to last me more than one season, but I'm really okay with that. If you saw the one I did for summer, I had a summer like blue and white, light blue, dark blue rug down. It's an indoor outdoor. It just makes it so much more comfortable to add some color down. Yesterday, Christine and I were talking. She was doing her fall decorating on her porch. And she sent me a picture and said, what do you think I need? Or how does it look? Or whatever. And I was like, oh, you should put a runner down. She was like, a runner outside? So, that's a little bit of like, we get this tunnel vision of, well, runners don't belong outside or rugs don't belong outside. But why not? I say, why not? And you'll see how much different it looks if we were just to slide the chairs over. And now if we're going to add color and texture again, it just is going to be so much more warmth. So here we go. Okay. Okay, so I did not go with a buffalo check runner, though I know, Sam, you probably thought that's what I was going to show you. I decided I wanted color over there. And honestly, like, again, I got to reel it in with the buffalo check. Too much is too much. So I did not want to do a buffalo check runner. Plus, I really wanted color, especially in the fall when we've got all these reds going on, oranges and yellows and golds and the browns, all those rich tones. Why not bring some color in? And my brick is brown, so I figured why not? And it goes with my front door. So this is the runner I decided to go with. So it doesn't have to cover the whole porch. It just really brings in some nice extra texture and warmth and color. Okay, so then my chairs will go on top of that. I put the table in the center. Okay, now before I block the view there, I'm gonna bring you guys closer, I think. So you can see. You see that corner over there? Okay. How are we doing? Everybody still with me? Okay. So we've got, you guys, I know you guys have seen these signs all over the place. Okay, so this was the one I found because I like the color. I will tell you, it kind of killed me to buy this only because I look at this and think, well, I could make that. Why don't I just make that? But honestly, I've just been busy and I was like, I don't have time to make that. So I went ahead and bought the Hello Fall sign with the beautiful orange color. I'm going to put it in the corner. Okay, you guys see that? Again, I'll show you closer at the end. Here, I'll move the chair over for now. Because then I have a nice big mom. So that's going to go in the corner. Okay. There we go. So we've got the mom in the corner. Let's see if you guys can see that over here. So we've got the mom, which is going to be yellow, bright yellow. We've got the orange sign. I think we'll move it over a little so you can see it more. And I just set my mom, if you can see, I set it on a clay pot. I turned it upside down. We'll turn it so the tag isn't seen, right? And I just set it on a clay pot, okay? Because that gives it some height again and visual interest. Okay, so we're gonna come back here. Set you guys back down again. Okay, I'm gonna move my other chair in. Whoops. I told you this camera work would be tricky. I need a team. I need a camera crew. Okay. When I hit the big time, right? Okay, and then here, look at how cute this pillow is because you know I could not resist this, right? So I loved it. Again, it's gonna be like a one and done. This one season and done, but I'm okay with it. Okay. So we've got that there. Okay, now okay. I don't know if you guys have seen these in the store, but this is a little wood trivet. This one's from Crate and Barrel, actually. So wood trivet, and then I've got my mason jar vase which was making with Molly long time ago, and Christine and I actually made these, painted them, and then I've got some color in my sunflowers, and that's going to go on my table. Okay, so how are we doing? Let's take a look at it from the front. I've got one little tiny pumpkin left, little orange tiny pumpkin. I think we'll put that over here on with the sunflowers. So I think we'll set that here. Little pumpkin like this. And I'm going to come out here and show you the urn. And I've got one more pumpkin, one more of these. So I think we'll set him over here. And now let me show you kind of the finished. Everybody still here? Hi. Okay, see? Camera, I knew it would be a challenge. Okay, so here we are. So this is my other urn right here. And again, there's the height with the birch. And you've got all your other elements in there. Those are fake pumpkins. It's okay to do fake. Okay, so now let's take a look at the front porch here. So we've got, oh, well, let me move my camera stand here. Hopefully you guys aren't getting dizzy. Okay. Okay. All right. So we've got this little vignette corner over here. And I've got actually that is a solar lantern, which I love because it obviously lights up at night. So we've got this little vignette. This side has the urn. You can see the mat, the red door, and the wreath. Don't forget your door. And then we come over here, and there's the front porch. You can see the chairs and the mum when it's going to be bright yellow. It'll be beautiful. And we've got the Hello Fall sign. So there it is. And then you can see the color underneath, that red runner. Because like I think, you know, the buffalo check would have just been too much. So I really wanted that grounding color there. So what do we think? What do y'all think? Are you guys ready to do some fall decorating inspiration? Or or you have some inspiration and now you're ready to do your own. So let's go over kind of the things we talked about. You want to add height. You want to add some texture. You want to add some different colors, right? And all of those things are going to give you more of that complete feel than just adding pumpkins on your porch. Even if you've got varied sizes of pumpkins, I really want you to think outside the box. Like Sam said, she never considered a rug outside. So, you know, why not? Especially like you said, you use your porch all the time, right? So sometimes it's just thinking past, you know, what belongs outside and really pushing it outside the box. I do want to address, a lot of people put hay bales. Go for it. Hay bales are a great way to get height. I'm just not a huge fan of then, like, what do I do with it when I'm done? So, and it goes everywhere. So hay bales are not for me. That's why I don't get them. But they're great for height because they come in, I've seen them in like 2 or 3 different sizes, like small, medium, large. And it is a great way to get height. So, you know, to set like pumpkins on top of those or whatever. Now, the thing about the fall decor too that's great is it really can take you through Thanksgiving. So if you put it up now, like beginning of October, I mean, that's like 6 weeks that you can carry through. But while you're thinking about, give the hay to your chickens. You have chickens. I do not have chickens. I do not have chickens. It would just go in the fire pit, I guess. But yes, if you have chickens, Sam says, give the hay to your chickens. Great idea. This is really kind of the only time I feel like you can buy hay in the craft stores or home supply stores, whatever. Where do you usually get hay to give your chickens off fall season, Sam? That's what I would like to know. So I hope this has given you some great inspiration. Remember your height, remember your texture, remember your colors, and just try it, do it, move it around, have fun with it. And ultimately you have to love it and enjoy it. So, that's it for me for outside fall porch decorating. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good tips. I hope you are ready to go and do your own porch. So enjoy and post your pictures. I would love to see your pictures of what you're doing. I'm always looking for people who want to come on a live and let me help you design. Thank you. I hope I inspired you. I hope you're ready to go and do some things. And yeah, I'm always looking for people. If you are interested in kind of having a space in your home design, message me, shoot me a message, let me know. And you know where to find me. I am on Instagram at Mollee Johnson. We're here in the Functional Family Design Group. My Facebook page is Style 1519. So thank you so much. It has been awesome. Post your pictures. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And we will see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Happy fall.